Okay, we're back. What we're doing here, we're trying to trim this portion of it up. I'm going to go a little closer to the shoes here and blend it up to that hand. That's all going to be done here shortly. We'll get to it. But what I want to do here is, right here is where the top of that, I'm just going to try to leave some of that there so we have something to go with here. So we're just going to put a little stop cut there and down and around. We're leaving that there so we can make the hand in that diploma. Okay, and we're going to come up this way and just trim underneath there a little bit. Okay, and the same thing here. We're going to just trim that out a little bit. Alright, that looks good. And the hand's going to go down a little bit anyway, so we'll get that all worked out a little bit later, but you can see it's coming pretty good there. So we're just going to trim all this out, flatten this out, and we'll put ridges in that, or like where the folds of the, we'll finish up the robe itself. It has where it fastens in the front and stuff, and we'll have it separated from the neck here in a little bit. I just want to get these rough spots off. As I was saying, I'm using a Rough Rider knife that I modified myself here. Alright, just like that. Alright, looks good. See, we got that all cleaned up. Now, go down here, we're going to clean this up a little bit. And get that. Let me get a different knife that might be able to sweep that out a little bit better. Oh, that one's not going to work either. Let's try this one. Sometimes a little bit of a blade is better than too thick to get in there. That's why you want a couple of different blades hanging around your workbench. Because if one doesn't fit in there quite right, you can always use another one. Use something else. Alright, see how we have that? That's starting to look pretty good. This here I'm going to cut out a little bit further. I'm not quite happy with that yet, so we're just going to go in a little further there and just cut that up. Just right there. Oh, very good. Just trying to shape them up a little bit, alright? And the same thing over here, we're just going to scoop this portion of it out a little bit more. But as I was saying in the last segment, if you're a new carver, please do not use a pocket knife unless it's a lock blade, okay? Unless you know how to carve a little bit and how to control that knife. It's not suggested. Okay. Alright, that's where, okay, I've got that lined up so it looks okay. Alright, I'm still going to dig some more out here over the shoe. Just like that. See how we have that? Looks like it's looks like it's laying there. That's what I wanted. Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Alright, same thing here. We're going to try to scoop this out a little bit. I know that's going to be a little bit difficult with that. Oops. See, I'm using that slicing motion. That works out really well sometimes when you're in a tight spot. Well, I'm not sure if I'm going to get this done by tomorrow, folks, but I'll get it done this coming week for sure. It's getting to the point where I'm ready to maybe go to something else for a little bit. You know, and if you're a carver and you're just, you know, you get bored with a piece, there's nothing wrong with going to a different piece for a while. I've done that more than once. You know, but usually I finish what I'm working on. But there are some people that switch so often they don't get anything done. And but yet, you know, you got to enjoy it while you're doing it. So that's the most important aspect of it, is just enjoying it. You know, and if you're not finding enjoyment in a piece, it doesn't make sense to keep going with it. But I'm enjoying this piece. I'm seeing it come to a conclusion here before long. And so I'm just going to sweep this out just a little bit down here. I'm going to make like there's a little bit of a gap right in there. See right there? I'm going to go really deep with my knife. See how deep I'm going? And I'm just going to follow that shoe out like so and like so. Hopefully I'll be able to pop that out of there. Let's do that again. Want to be careful when you do this, folks, when you go in real deep. You don't want to slice anything out in your hand. Let me just do this over here so it's a little easier, so I have a little more control over the knife. Okay, see how we have a little gap there? Like the robe is going up, waving. That looks good. That looks real good. Happy with that. I'll work on that a little bit more, but that's how you get that gap in there. That's looking good. Okay. You can go a little bit further with the shoe too. Like I said, I'm going to make those shoes kind of glossy. I think that would look a little different than the flat look of the robe itself. It'll give it a nice contrast. So I'm assuming, it's something I thought about the other day. Because I found this neat, I'll just share this with you right now. I found this neat stuff called, well, it's polyurethane, but it's a water base. And it's a brilliant or gloss. I have one that's for outdoors as well. And I'll tell you, Folk Art makes it. It's that's how I did the eyes on the chipmunk. So you know, if you don't want to buy eyes and stuff, and you can carve them yourself with a knife like I did, save you a couple bucks, and it's kind of fun to learn how to do those eyes. Once you learn how to do them, there's a lot you can do with it. All right. This here needs to be chopped up a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to slowly start turning that in a little bit. Same thing here. This needs to be trimmed down a little bit. Not a lot, because we got to do the hand in there yet. So, and see, I want to show something to you real quick. See these little lines that you see right here? I don't know if I can show it to you, or let me see if I can get that focused. Those little lines, I don't know if you can see them. They were cut in from me cutting across this way, okay? After doing your stop cut this way, and you go back and you cut it out, you gotta be careful you don't put too many, get that tip of that knife into your arm, alright? You want to be careful of that. Alright folks, we're running out of time here. I'll come back with another segment, hopefully today or tomorrow. Okay folks, thanks again for joining me here on the Carver's Wood Shop. Bye bye.